A most pleasant good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome inside Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Coming up, Salesianum taking on Malvern Prep in a varsity exhibition match. Salesianum 7-4 so far this season. Malvern, who play in the APAC, second in that 5-team league right now with a 4-2-2 record as we enter the new year. James Witherite joining you from the 412 Communications broadcast box. And Connor Davis taking some pregame shots at Sammy Pietropaulo. Connor, the leading goal scorer for Salesianum this year, 15 goals and 6 assists on the season. He'll be on the starting line together with Sean Albert and the big playmaker Cameron Willis, who's in double digits in assist territory this year. Sammy Pietropaulo getting the call between the pipes. 3-2 in ICSHL play with a 2.4 goals against average and a save percentage of .902. We'll learn more about the Malvern team in just a couple minutes, but right now we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll head inside the glass for opening introductions on our national anthem, and we'll see you for some Wednesday afternoon hockey here on the Delaware Hockey Network, brought to you by the law office of Heather A. Law.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
Welcome back inside Gold Arena. Just about go time for Malvern and Salesianum in this Wednesday afternoon exhibition match to kick off the 2026 slate for both of these teams. We're going to take inside the glass right now for today's opening introductions. Hockey fans, good afternoon, and welcome to Gold Arena on the campus of the University of Delaware. Today we present an APAC Inter-County League varsity exhibition game between the visiting Friars of Malvern Prep and Salesianum. Fans, at this time, we ask that you join the players and officials in directing your attention to the American flag located behind the Malvern goal as we honor the United States of America and those who defend this nation with the Star-Spangled Banner. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Pre-game festivities in our rearview mirror, and we're ready to talk hockey on this Wednesday afternoon Malvern traveling from right to left from our vantage point in their away navy kits. White numbers, gray trim. Salesianum and their home Ecru's moving left to right from our vantage point, and they'll be backstopped this afternoon, as we talked about briefly in the pregame, by Sammy Pietropaulo, 3-2 on the year with a 2.4 goals against average and a save percentage of .902 in Intercounty Scholastic Hockey League play. The big contributors offensively for Malvern Prep, Jake Weingartner, number 18, 5 goals, 5 assists. In 8 APAC games so far, he's played in all 8 for the Friars. 10 points to his credit. Paxton Hoyshik, number 16, 4 goals and 7 helpers on the year. And with all likelihood, we'll see Ryan Caterino handling net-minding duties. Nope. We'll see Isaac Matoni get the call today. Caterino 2-2-2 on the year with a .261 goals against average. Matoni 2-0-0 with a sparkling 1.00 GAA at a save percentage just as impressive at .962. Our officials today are Brian McCullough and Sean Milligan, 3 15-minute periods. As we look at the format of today's game, USA Hockey rules prevailing, delayed offside, and legal penalty or legal icing on penalty kills, and here we go on Wednesday afternoon at Gold Arena. Sal's win the opening draw. Connor Davis overskated the puck in the far corner after it was caromed behind the net. This cleared out near side by a nameless number 11 for Malvern Prep, steadied behind the net by Matoni. This is shoveled to Logan Love near side. The captain plays this up the left wing board, so Hoyshik slowed up right at the blue line, and that bit of a mistimed zone entry on the part of the Friars will send play offside and give us a neutral zone restart just in front of the Salesianum bench. Hoyshik and Davis taking the draw. And Connor Davis, the leading goal scorer, surrounded by navy blue sweaters, gave the puck away just over the line. Drop pass from Hoyshik, intended for the trailing Logan Love, didn't connect. Another offside as once again Salesianum able to just clear. We're only 49 seconds in. Fresh legs on all round. Face-off coming at the near side, just above the blue line. Sean Milligan dropping the puck between James Young and Braden Kropp as we see the second line on for the first time today for the Sals. Braden Kropp flanked by Ethan Mercante and Aiden Gutowski. Holding down the back end, Harry Winchell and Peter Brennan. Melican and Sheff started things off. The other defensive pair, D'Italia and Mitchell. Centering pass to Young, originating from the near corner. His shot was bothered. Holding the point was Johnson right in front of the Sal's bench area. The battle migrates just up the boards, and this puck is chipped through traffic to center by Peter Brennan, wearing number 12 in Salesianum Ecru. Aiden Gutowski with time and space corrals the puck at center. He was sure he had that red line before letting the puck go in behind the Malvern goal, and that gets some fresh legs on for Salesianum as Broderick Campbell heads the counterattack for the Friars, deking his way around DeGrand through the neutral zone, but he's steered to the near corner on the entry into Salesianum territory by defenseman Harry Winchell. Loose puck picked up by DeGrand, shoveled forward to Sean Callahan. The advancing pass intended across the neutral zone for Rom was off its line, and Johnson turns momentum the other way. McClay overskates the puck, but he was trailed in the far side by Ryan Jacobs entering the Salesianum zone. So the Friars maintain their offensive momentum here in the third minute of the first period. No score. Callahan from inside his line failed to find Rom on the stretch pass, and this will come back an icing with 12 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the first of 3 15-minute periods. From the original home of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey, the bandbox known as Gold Arena. Face off to the right of Sammy Pietropalo. We've yet to see a shot on goal here in the first 2.5 minutes of the contest. A lot of back and forth, very little to show for it. That long chance from Peter Narog was ruled a throw-in, but it was wide of the far post anyway. This kept in by Hanna from the right point. Puck skips off the backboards. Held in, now taking aim was Narog from the left point. First shot on goal, handled well by Petey, and the rebound unable to be cleared by Salfas was taken away. Bach sent this puck to Gutowski. The shot from Salfas at the left half wall was stick checked off its line. Puck tied up directly behind the Malvern goal. Failing to clear was Narog. Melican couldn't turn it into a shot off that broken play. Narog works the puck back to center where the nameless number 11 was bothered just at center. And here come the Sals back on the offensive. Cameron Willis lobbed the puck in. Holding for the pause was Isaac Matoni, and the faceoff's going to come to his right with 11:26 to go in the first period. Big Guns staying on for Salesianum. Albert and Willis flanking Connor Davis, taking the draw. Willis pushes the puck up the near corner. It's taken away from Melican by Corrado, but not cleared. Ingersoll worked the puck from blue line to blue line, forcing Davis just back inside his own stripe. Heads up over in that far corner. Puck was tipped over the glass by Willis. Roundabout the blue line, trying to field that diagonal stretch pass up the neutral zone. Faceoff's going to be spotted at center with 11:05 to go in the first period. And no score between the Friars and Salesianum. Hoyshik and Davis, the 2-point leaders, meet at red for the draw. Hoyshik drives the puck deep into the Sal's end, where Winchell hustled back to recover. Winchell stripped of the puck by Weingartner. Winchell recovers near side. He throws it through traffic up the middle. Connor Davis reels it in, 2-on-3. Davis angled to the far corner, absorbs a check. Hits a cross-ice pass to Winchell, whose shot from the top of the right circle is caught and held by Isaac Matoni. Here it comes again on the 4-1-2 Communications instant replay. Sal's outnumbered on the zone entry. Trailing the play, Winchell takes aim from 35 feet. But McToney, with the last word, keeps the game scoreless, and the face-off to his left for the restart ends up in the control of Malvern Prep, who come barreling back into the Salesianum end. Loose puck corralled by Mercante, but not cleared. Walking back in was Hoyshik. He couldn't set Love up on the welcome mat. Weingartner leaves this back to the point, thrown in by Ray. That was deflected from right on the goal mouth. Gutowski clears Mercante, time and space, and a shot off the right pad of Isaac Matoni for save number 2. 5 minutes in. Protecting the zone was Ethan Mercante, looking for his third of the year. He walked in from the right dot, ran out of real estate, couldn't get the shot away. Puck tied up near corner, Cole Ray to Love. Advanced up the middle, reeled in by Hoyshik. He pile drives his way through the slot, tied up by James Mitchell, who offered just enough resistance to take away the shot lane, and Blake Tacalia winds up from deep in Salesianum territory to loft the puck back to center, where Narog brought it back down for the Friars and gave it away to Mitchell. Johnson walking in, stymied. Mitchell clears. Hanna coming back in from center up the left wing boards. Lost the puck, but he was trailed into the zone by Stark walking the line, trying to jam the puck in. Pietropalo pokes it away. Race for the vulcanized rubber back deep in the Malvern end. And Callahan couldn't get there in time. He was out-hustled by the back-checking Michael Hanna for Malvern. Friars clear. Melican volleys the puck back in behind the goal. Here's Hanna again. Long stretch pass goes untouched from goal line the rest of the way. And this will come back in icing with 8:43 to go in the first period. Salesianum getting the big guns on for this attacking zone face-off, looking for the first goal of the game. If you've been injured on the job or in a car accident, you know just how challenging and overwhelming the recovery process can be, and that's why having a trusted and caring representative by your side is essential to help you navigate the complex world of workers' compensation and personal injury. The Law Office of Heather A. Long will guide you through every step of the process, from filing your claim to representing you in hearings and appeals. To schedule your free consultation, call the Law Office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664. That's LONG, or visit injuryde.com. 8:26 to go in the first of 3 15-minute periods from Gold Arena. Salesianum and Malvern Prep scoreless as yet, but this game is still mighty young. The nameless 11 stood up at the point, pushed all the way back to his own blue line to recover the puck. He launches this up the left wing boards. Jacobs picks it up, but he couldn't drop it back to Mitchell. Cross ice feed the other way. Albert Davis trailing the play and shooting was Willis, but he was well off his mark from the top of the slot. This is held in by Melican off the failed clear from the nameless 11. Mitchell from just above his own blue line. That's Chase Mitchell for Malvern. Not to be confused with James Mitchell for Salesianum. Barely escapes the icing. The Sean Milligan whistle stops play with 7:29 to go in opening period action. The ruling offside against Salesianum. And we just got word that the nameless number 11 for Malvern Prep is indeed not nameless. It is Cole Skarbinski making his first appearance for the Friars. This will come back in icing. Against the Sals. Our thanks to Ryan Dominic, not on the roster today for Salesianum, giving us the scoop on Cole Skarbinski making his Malvern Prep Friars debut. Tim Dominic giving us the facts and figures as we go, and our videographer today is our production assistant here on the Delaware Hockey Network, Eli Swope. The stat man sliding over one seat of the 412 Communications press box. And we're eternally grateful for all of their contributions to make the Delaware Hockey Network what it is, and we couldn't ask for a better group of guys either. Delayed offside against the Friars. Gave Kropp an extra moment to survey his options and advance the puck to Mercante, absorbing a check as he gains the Friars zone. Gutowski took a heavy hit in the near corner from Narog, who comes away with the puck. Gutowski returns the favor. Narog finds Weingartner in a one-on-one up the left side, but the reaching stick of Winchell slowed him up as he came barreling in toward the goal line. Here's Kropp chipping the puck beyond Hanna up the left wing boards. Hanna offering just enough bodily pressure to break up that advance of Braden Kropp in search of his fourth goal of the year. We're 9 minutes in. Shots are 2-2 in this defensive struggle between Malvern and Salesianum. Lucas Rahm with a takeaway. His shot was stick-checked slow into the blue paint. And Matoni lunging for the puck covers for the pause with 5:54 to go in the first period, no score. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in nearby Claymont, Delaware can cater your next group event, offering pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken on a daily basis, along with a variety of sauces and sides, sure to please any appetite. Visit Sid's at Suite C26 in the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, open Monday through Saturday for takeaway lunch. Or to place a catering order, call 302-439-4937 or visit sidsbbqandjerky.com. James Mitchell with a cannon from center point. Sent the puck right into the pads of Matoni. This comes back into neutral ice where Young picks it up. Here's Young taking aim from the top of the left circle. Shot was over the crossbar. It caroms off the corner boards. And walking forward, Rom found Callahan to gain the zone. But Callahan, outnumbered on the far corner, had to work to regain the puck. Young sweeps in, lost his footing in traffic. With the takeaway and the shot was Shane DeGrand. This is caught and held by Matoni to bring play to a halt again with 5:09 to go in opening period play, and both teams will change for this face-off to the right of Isaac Matoni, who's been averaging 1 goal against roughly every 25 and a half shots. So if the numbers will hold to form, the Sal's are going to have to absolutely pepper Matoni with vulcanized rubber. They're going to have to double cross him. They're going to have to triple cross him. Those passes along the Royal Road and those net front battles are of paramount importance today if Salesianum's going to get the win here. Hard, long shot from DeGrand. Another save from Isaac Matoni, and the face-off coming to his right with 4:48 to go in the first. Matoni's rebound control has been good so far. Because of that, the Sal's are going to have to try to throw the puck into his pads, crash the net, win those net front battles. That's really going to be the difference maker here today, as an icing against the Friars sends the faceoff back into their end. Willison McClay. Ray finds Chase Mitchell 2-on-2. Mitchell to his right and Jacobs gaining the zone. Centering pass was broken up. Connor Davis circles behind his own net, and he sends the puck clear. This bounces off the far boards. Icing waved off by Sean Milligan, and Jacobs recovers deep in Malvern territory. Another Jacobs who wore the Friars sweater long ago in Jimmy will be on the ice of Class of 1923 Arena Saturday as the Drexel Dragons men's Division I team returns to the Delaware Hockey Network on Saturday. Full broadcast schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. Be sure to follow the 412 on social media, Facebook, X, and Instagram at 412coms, and follow the Delaware Hockey Network as well at DE Hockey Network on all 3 platforms just the same. Center face-off restarting play as the puck rang off the rafters. And Harry Winchell backhands the puck around the corner boards up to the far side, where it's shoveled over the blue line by Mercante, picked up here by Gutowski. Gutowski tried to get around Narog, putting the puck on his backhand, but he couldn't lower the shoulder and drive his way to the net. Battle for the puck developing now in the near corner of the Malvern zone. Narog with space leaves the puck back to Hanna, who sends this up the middle. No icing, says Milligan. Winchell could not clear. Love held the point for Malvern, but the Friars likewise struggling to generate high danger scoring chances. Heck, they've been limited to just 2 shots on goal in the first 12 minutes of this game. Taking aim was Brennan, 5-0 on the defender, but right into the pads of Matoni. Here's Brennan again, winding up off the cross-ice pass, but that one whistles wide and ricochets off the backboards. Hanna steadies the puck, and he clears it up the near side. Caught an awkward bounce off the boards and slowed up upon gaining the Salesianum line, where Salfas sends the puck back from left to right, and he pursues it in the far corner, but McCullough angled him out of position and regained control for the Friars. Skarbinski to Weingartner, up the left side, net front feed, trying to drag it in was Paxton Hoyshik. But no sir, said Sammy Pietropaulo, crossing to that far post for save number 3. 2:15 to go in the first period. No score from Gold Arena. Hojcik cycles to Weingartner after being angled behind the net. Weingartner working the perimeter, throws this off the far corner boards. He tried to find McCullough as he was cutting in toward the net from the right side, but the pass didn't connect the first time round. Winding up was Skarbinski. Shot just wide as we enter the final 2 minutes of the first period, and this one is cleared by Shane DeGrand, and Salesianum will desperately get some fresh legs on as we enter the final 100. Here's Weingartner again. That shot caught and held by Sammy Pietropaulo, and play comes to a halt. Probably the best chance of the game so far for the Malvern Prep Friars, but Sammy Pietropaulo slamming the door on the top line of the boys in blue. Melican to Chef up the middle. Puck bounced off Davis's stick. Campbell recovered. Connor Davis racing down a tip puck in the near corner, looking for the wraparound. Plenty of traffic net front catching up to him, taking away that opportunity. The one-timer near side. Came off the stick of Sean Melican. And as Matoni dislodges the net, crossing to the near post for the save. Play comes to a halt with a minute and a tick left in the first. We are yet scoreless. Willis and Young in for the face-off to kick off the last minute of the first period from Gold Arena. Melican couldn't find Willis over the blue line. James Young taking aim from distance upon gaining the Salesianum stripe. Wide off his release. Chef tracks down the rebound, and he works this ahead to Willis. Cross-ice feed just above the blue line, intended for Davis, was broken up. Huge hit from Melican. Lays out Malvern Prep's Luke Johnson. Meanwhile, Young at center caroms the puck in behind the Salesianum goal. We're down to the final 21 seconds of this opening period. Albert up the middle, 3-on-2. Albert stood up by Hanna. They converge again in the far corner. Puck is knocked behind the net near side and has been cleared out by Narog. Final 3 seconds will tick away as Winchell puts on the brakes. The horn sounds, and that will do it for the first 15. The score at the end of one period, Salesianum 0, Malvern 0. Back on the DHN in 90.
Whether you're a competitive athlete or a weekend warrior, a sports medicine physician is an important player on your health team. With over 10 years of treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. With clinics in Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Visit desportsmed.com today to learn more.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
time for the second period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside Gold Arena. Isaac Matoni doing Isaac Matoni things in the first 15 minutes. 7 saves on 7 shots. Maybe one high-danger chance that he faced, but his rebound control's been excellent. He's had good defensive support. And here we go for period number 2 from Gold Arena. Shot 7-5 of the first 15 minutes. Advantage Salesianum. But the Malvern Prep Friars control the opening draw of the second. Jake Weingartner up the middle. Uses Love as a screen to try to gain some space. Cross-ice pass intended for Paxton Hoyshik was off its line. Salesianum's Peter Brennan recovering. Hoyshik walking in. Pietro Paolo lunges over the puck and he freezes. Here 24 seconds in to bring about a stoppage in play. If you're just joining us, our officials today, Brian McCullough and Sean Milligan. Malvern Prep and the Blue Sweaters moving left to right in second period play. Salesianum in their home Ecruise moving right to left the way we see it. Logan Love's backhand leads to the re-entry for the Friars. Weingartner is bodied into the corner boards by Brennan, vying for the puck off that Karam shot astern of the net. Here's Winchell advancing to Kropp. Kropp's centering pass intended for Winchell was stick checked off its line by Love. Back to the Salesianum blue line. This comes where Brennan couldn't find Mercante. Hoyshik recovers and walks in up the right side to regain the Salesianum line. Paxton Hoyshik throws one on net from an awkward angle, and Pietro Paolo says no siree. 67 seconds behind us in the second period. Some back and forth on the other side of the press box. Tim Dominic saying, was it a shot? Was it not a shot? And wouldn't you know it, the consensus is one we don't usually see in this press box. They're going to say, yes, it was. Stark got a shot away from 40 feet. Blockered aside by Pietro Paolo. Nobody on that far side of the rink for the rebound putback chance. There are a couple rapid-fire shots, and Luke Johnson trying to take advantage of a loose puck net front, but Pietro Paolo stood tall for saves 9 and 10. James Mitchell unable to clear, holding the puck in was Campbell right at the base of the Malvern bench. Rom gets it back to center this time near side. Ray hustles back to recover. He couldn't walk in over the Salesianum blue line. Rom was there to stand him up. Just over 2 minutes behind us in the second period. No score between Salesianum and Malvern Prep in a game that was slow into stride initially, but man, has it picked up in probably about the past 8 or 9 minutes of game time. 5 rapid-fire shots for Malvern to start the period, including that series of 3 in about 11 seconds that Pietro Paolo had all the necessary answers for. Maybe one high-danger chance in there. But again, this continues to be a defensive struggle between the Sals and the Friars. Davis trying to change that right now. Knocked into the net. Off the Cameron Willis centering pass. No foul play there. That was good, clean contact in the low slot, and a chain reaction sends Matoni off his feet and sends the net off its moorings and brings play to a halt with 12:06 to go in the second period. Davis and Lydon McClay took the draw to the left of netminder Isaac Matoni, and we've got our first penalty of the game right now, and it will be against Salesianum. 3:01 into the second period. Let's see what we've got from Millie. Tripping on Sean Melican. penalty assessed by Sean Milligan. How about that? And this penalty kill could be brought to you by, well, wouldn't you know it, you. Sponsorship opportunities are available here on the Delaware Hockey Network. To learn more, email mjr at 412communications.com. The Salesianum penalty was assessed to number 19, Sean Milligan. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 3 minutes, 1 second in the second period. Milligan, 2 for tripping at 3:01. Paxton Hoyshik from inside his blue line. Comes barreling in up the middle. He's steered to the near corner by Brennan. Brennan and Winchell holding down the back end of this PK. Up front are Mercante and Kropp. More hockey IQ than you can shake a stick at on the ice for this PK for the Sals. Skarbinski up the left wing boards. Slowed up by the Winchell stick. Puck ends up behind the net. Skarbinski got there in time and fed it back to Jacobs. Drop pass to the right point where waiting was Hoyshik. This was thrown into traffic by Love off the D-to-D feed. Kropp couldn't walk it through up the near side and out of Salesianum territory as Weingartner holds. He tried to set up Love at the top of the left circle, but the pass was off its line. Love reeled it in off the boards. Head man pass to Weingartner waiting at the bottom of the right circle. That bounced off his stick into the corner. Hoyshik offering support. Gives a shove to Kropp, who's been out for the entire minute and a half that this penalty kill has gone on for the Sals. No change for either side as we wind down to the final 25. Hoyshik back to Weingartner. Hoyshik, these two both hassled by Kropp. To Jacobs, crashing the net from the corner, but he's steered behind the cage by Peter Brennan. Getting the puck finally for the Sals was Winchell, and he throws it clear. Those Salesianum penalty killers are gassed, and only two of them could get off. Davis with the takeaway. He finds Sean Albert up the left wing boards. Time and space and a shot over the crossbar into the back glass right as the penalty to Milligan expires. And Salesianum escape that first shorthanded situation completely unscathed. Not a shot on goal. 2 minutes of a hard penalty kill for these four. And man, oh man, did they live up to the challenge. Stark ices the puck for Malvern, and they're going to get the change they so desperately needed just the same. Here with 9:34 to go in the second period, a chance for everybody, players, spectators, commentators alike, to catch our breath. Whew. And it's still nothing. Willis and Johnson. Restart play to the right of Isaac Matoni, who's yet to see a shot here in the second period after going 7 for 7 of the save department of the first. Stark from the top of the right circle. Denied by Petey. .922 remaining here in the second as the faceoff will stay to the near side. Right off the draw, walking in and shooting was Luke Johnson. But again, Sammy Pietropalo is the owner of the last word. 9:16 remaining in the second, with a few seconds tick off the clock. And now the Sals bust free from just above the blue line. Albert tried to set up James Mitchell at center point. Puck was tipped by Young. The length of the ice from there. This is poke check clear by Pietropalo. Taking aim was Young for the follow-up shot. But the net was knocked off its moorings behind Sammy Pietropalo with 8:47 remaining on the second. A look at the Malvern Prep Gallery showing out in good numbers today. And, of course, a special hello to everyone joining us here on the Delaware Hockey Network, as is always the case. Plenty of Salesianum hockey coming up on the DHN through January and February. As Pietro Paolo makes yet another save. Much anticipated game coming up on January 12th, just 5 days from today, as the Crusaders of Father Judge. Barnstorm Fred Rust Arena, game time 7:45 Eastern Time. And we'll have it all for you right here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Always an anticipated matchup. In my 10 years of calling Salesianum hockey, Sal's and Crusaders has always been one of the more hotly anticipated games on the calendar for both sides. But it'll be a tougher task for Salesianum here this year, as the Crusaders have come pretty close to running the table so far in ICSHL competition. Devon Prep on the schedule as well in January, along with another APAC exhibition game pitting the Sal's against the Hun School. Full broadcast schedule available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. Centering pass from Melican was broken up. Here's a 3-on-1 for the Friars if they hurry. The net front feed from McClay to Jacobs was broken up in the congested low slot. Melican sends this ahead to Rom. We're halfway there. And an icing against Salesianum will bring the face-off back in their end with 7:24 to go in the second period. Friars have dominated this middle frame, outshooting Salesianum 8-1. But Sammy Pietropaulo certainly doing his share of the heavy lifting for the lads in Crew and Navy. Friars maintain control after the puck trickled slowly back toward the blue line, but this is lofted clear by Winchell up the far side. Stepping out of the cage, Matoni tries to swat it free. Hanna pinned behind his own goal line. The center of a two-a-side battle. Hanna looking for space, reaching for the puck was Salfas right in front of the blue paint, but he couldn't swat it past Matoni. Ultimately, the Friars clear and they will change. This is Brandon Bach, wearing number 23 today. Slowed up just above the blue line. He gets the puck back from Salfas. He shovels this beyond the reach of Hanna. And our first penalty against the Friars has come with 6 minutes and 38 seconds to go in the second period. Ryan Jacobs, the guilty party. And for the first time this afternoon, Salesianum are headed to the Delaware Sports Medicine Power Play. Learn more about Dr. Brad Blai's offerings for athletes of all ages and abilities at desportsmed.com. The Malvern Prep penalty was assessed to number 17, Ryan Jacobs. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 8 minutes, 22 seconds in the second period. Jacobs 2 for slashing at 8:22. Albert working the right wall. Couldn't set anything up net front. This comes back to the point, and McCullough, and this puck is blocked out of play off a Malvern pursuer. .6:02 to go. 1:24 left on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. Face-off coming to the left of Matoni. Melican protecting the point. Feeds the puck to Mercante. This is tip net front and covered again by Matoni for a pause with 5:55 remaining. Scoreless through the first 24 minutes and 5 seconds of this contest. And so far, Salesianum just not generating the type of chances they need to beat a goaltender like Isaac Matoni. Good rebound control. Very few second chance opportunities. It's going to take either a snipe or an ugly goal to beat him. And so far, we just haven't seen those opportunities. Here's Jake Weingartner. Hard shot and a one-on-one. Pietro Paolo slams the door again. Another look at it as Weingartner gains the puck just across center. Beats his defender, Cameron Willis. Got a shot away. But again, Sammy Pietropalo holding his ground for Salesianum, save 14. D'Italia to Rom to DeGrand. Up the right dots he comes. Shot! From long distance again, caught and held for a pause by Isaac Matoni. 5:10 remaining in the second period, 32 seconds left on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play. And no score to be had. Young sends the puck from blue line to blue line. Stark was out hustled by D'Italia in a race between the 22s for the puck. Stark staying with the play, tried to tug one past Matoni after gaining it behind the net, but to no avail. Final 12. Callahan regains attacking position for Salesianum. DeGrand tied up in the near corner, rather that was Gutowski. Callahan couldn't center to Rom. This was broken up by Young and floated clear back as far as the Salesianum line as the penalty to Jacobs expires. 4.5 to go in the second. Nothing. From Newark. Young, cross-ice pass broken up by Lucas Rom. Good stick right behind center red. Gutowski plays the hard carom. Beyond the reach of D'Italia. This ends up with Braden Kropp at center, who's body down by Stark. Puck trickles loose. It's picked up by Young over the Blue Hen logo at center, but he's slowed up by Mitchell at the top of the far circle in the Salesianum zone. Puck sent up ice, chasing it down near corner is Braden Kropp. One too many stick handles gave Cole Ray enough time to pounce on him and force the turnover. Here's Stark on the entry again for Malvern Prep, dropping the puck off to Young, holding the point, but he was swarmed by Willis. Willis finds the loose puck, one-on-one if he hurries. Willis gaining the zone, pressured by Skarbinski, tried to shovel the puck toward the Malvern net, but it never made it there. It will come back into the Salesianum zone, no icing, says Brian McCullough with 3 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Davis winding up off the feed from Melican. Puck is deflected up into the netting and out of play. Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. So, how do you get your voice above the fray? 412 Communications has myriad solutions to build bridges between your team and your fans, between your brand and your clientele. Broadcast to social, print to digital. 412 Communications literally does it all. Want to know more? Head to 412communications.com and let's talk about how to get you noticed. Melican just barely held the line, setting up an errant shot. Jacobs clears. Milligan says no icing. McClay was surrounded by Ecru sweaters. Davis gained the red line before letting the puck go across ice. Albert couldn't chase it down. Net front feed. Davis scores! Connor Davis with his 16th breaks the 0-0 deadlock. And Salesianum draw first blood, 12:24 into the second period. Here it comes again. Net front feed. Coming from below the goal. It was Willis with the setup, but it all started with Sean Albert in the near corner, maintaining control of the puck to set up the lone goal of the afternoon to this point. Salesianum goal, his 16th of the season, scored by number 18, Connor Davis. Assisted by number 14, Cameron Willis, and number 43, Sean Albert. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 24 seconds in the second period. Davis's 16th from Willis and Albert at 12:24. Round about 100 seconds to go in the second period of a 1-0 hockey game. Salesianum, unsurprisingly, put on the board by Connor Davis. Hojcik leaves the puck back to Ray, looking for some space after finding himself swarmed by Salesianum defenders in close. This is cleared and Hojcik's forced behind his own blue line. He fails to get the puck free. Love pulls back deep into his own end. He shrugs off the forward-checking Lucas Rom, but turns the puck over, at least briefly, before Young regains it. This will come back an icing with 61 seconds to go in the second period. Salesianum outshot here in the second by a factor of at least 2, but the one that counts. We said it was going to take either a snipe or an ugly goal, and Connor Davis with his 16th was a little bit of both. He went top corner, but he went top corner from point-blank range, and they get another. Right off the draw. This time it's Braden Kropp with his 4th of the year. It's a 2-0 hockey game. We'll take you all the way back to the faceoff. Puck down, Mercante flips it to Kropp, crashing the net. And we're 2-0. Salesianum goal, his 4th of the season, scored by number 26, Braden Kropp. Assisted by number 13, Ethan Mercante. Time of the goal, 14 minutes, 2 seconds in the second period. Kropp's 4th from Mercante at 14:02. And once again, it's Delaware Sports Medicine power play time for Salesianum, as Luke Johnson was ruled off for holding. The Malvern penalty was assessed to number 13, Luke Johnson. 2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty, 14 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Johnson, 2 for holding at 14-18. Hoyshik time and space over the crossbar, through the puck into the back glass. Davis tried to find Mercante up the left wing boards. Puck is taken away by Weingartner, thrown in behind the Salesianum goal, and that's going to do it for the second period. At the end of 30 minutes, the score, Salesianum 2, Malvern Prep Friars 0. Back in 90 with the third period on the DHN.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area, and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Broadcast to social, print to digital, coast to coast, remote or on-site. 412 Communications has the solution to bridge your team with your audience. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today. Recovery from an injury on the job or in a car accident can be overwhelming. The expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long can carefully explain your options and advocate for you through the process of claims, proceedings, and settlements. To schedule your free consultation today, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
The man of the hour, Connor Davis, opened the scoring for Salesianum. 12 minutes and 24 seconds into the second period, putting away a Cam Willis net front feed to beat Isaac Matoni on what was the 11th Salesianum shot of the game. And then, not 2 minutes later, Braden Kropp off an Ethan Mercante face-off win made it a 2-0 game. Salesianum underdogs coming in. Beating Matoni twice on 13 shots and bringing a 2-0 lead here into the third period. Now in goal for Malvern Prep, number 32, Ryan Caterino. So as it turns out, we will see Ryan Caterino today as he takes over to start the third period. In APAC play, he's 2-2-2 with a .261 goals against average and a save percentage of .920. He inherits the 2-0 deficit, Isaac Matoni, in 30 minutes of play, giving up 2 goals on 13 shots. Looking for the third was Sean Albert, but he's stonewalled by Caterino. Davis looking for another. Kept at the far wall by Ray. He shovels the puck across ice to Mercante. Back into Davis it goes in the near corner. 5 seconds remaining on this Delaware Sports Medicine power play for the Sals. Net front setup. Off the stick of Davis. Trickles past Melican, and this goes out of play with 13 minutes and 42 seconds to go. in the third period. Salesianum with an attacking zone draw coming up at a 2-0 lead. So just a fraction of a second left on this power play for the Sals. As Brian McCullough drops the puck, and drawn back into the neutral zone was Winchell to throw it in. The Luke Johnson penalty has expired with no further damage done to the Friars. Here they come in numbers, led by James Young up the far wall. His shot was rushed and well off its mark. Winchell couldn't clear. Play whistle dead with 13:17 to go. Failed Salesianum clear from deep in their own end. And the Sals send this puck the length of the ice right off the draw. Campbell to Johnson. DeGrand couldn't gain the puck from Johnson, who walks in over the Salesianum line. He was slowed up by Winchell. He fails to tuck this past Pietropalo. And play is halted with 12:53 to go. First Malvern shot of the third period into Petey's control again, so he's got 15 saves on as many total shots. Mercante and Young meeting to his right. Holding the point was Broderick Campbell. His shot from distance was off its mark. Held on to by Pietropalo for a pause just the same, with 12:44 to go. Whether you're a competitive athlete like these gentlemen or a weekend warrior like me, a sports medicine physician is a crucial component of your health team. And with years of experience treating high school, collegiate, professional, and everyday athletes alike, Dr. Brad Bly of Delaware Sports Medicine is the specialist you need to achieve personal bests and lead a healthier lifestyle. And with clinics in both Wilmington and Townsend, Delaware Sports Medicine is here for every athlete in your family. Learn more at desportsmed.com. And while you're there, you can get the 411 on Dr. Bly's new membership program, offering, among other things, nutrition and exercise coaching, priority appointments, and discounts on related services such as physiotherapy, shockwave therapy, and more. Again, all of that at desportsmed.com, who we're very glad to have as part of the Delaware Hockey Network family here again in 2026. We love Brad. We really, really do. Great human being, great supporter of hockey on many levels here in Delaware and the greater Philadelphia area, and just a great member of the community. Narog throws a rolling puck up the middle. It's backhanded out of the reach of Weingartner by Winchell, but not out. Love tried to put it on a T-net front. His shot from in close is skied up into the netting and out of play with 11:37 remaining. Face-off will come near side, as spotted by Brian McCullough. Weingartner, lazy shot, paddled steady. Hi, Tim. We had to get a Tim Dominic cameo at some point. Paddled steady by Pietropalo and frozen in the blue paint, but the ruling on that shot was that Pietropalo initiated the play on the puck, thus negating the shot on goal. There's one from the point. Initially off the stick of Peter Narog, but it looked like Hoyshik tipped it. And the Malvern Prep Friars have cut Salesianum's lead in half. This gets a second look right now. Puck indeed was tipped. By Paxton Hoyshik off the Peter Narog shot. And we're going to make sure we've got the particulars here. Before we send them your way. .10:05 to go here in the second, or the third rather. Now we've got the particulars. Here we go. Malvern Prep goal, his 5th of the season, scored by number 16, Paxton Hoyshik. Assisted by number 33, Peter Narog, and number 18, Jake Weingartner. The time of the goal, 3 minutes, 43 seconds in the third period. Hoyshik's 5th from Narog and Weingartner at 3:43. .9:15 to go. Sal's lead cut to a single goal. Kropp rings the puck in deep, tries to chase it down in the near short boards, but he's surrounded by Friars. He's got support from Mercante. His shot sails just wide. Stark couldn't slap the puck free. It rolls on its rib into the far corner of the Malvern end of the rink. This held in by Winchell and sticked up into the netting for a pause in play with 8:49 to go. Here in the third, and a look again at that Malvern Prep goal. The Paxton Hoyshik net front redirect, born of the long shot from Peter Narog, tipped past Pietro Paolo, right at the edge of the crease to put Malvern back within striking range. Ingersoll backhands the puck from his own blue line deep into the Sal's end, where Winchell won the race to the puck. This was tipped forward by Willis. Albert couldn't reel it in. Here's Ingersoll again. His shot rushed and pressured by Winchell, ends up behind the net. Brennan takes this away. Carried ahead by Willis. Recovered just over the blue line. And play halted with 8:08 to go. This is going to be called offside. With a listen-first approach that creates a unique solution for your circumstances, the expert team at the law office of Heather A. Long are committed to empathetic and compassionate legal representation for individuals who have suffered injuries. To schedule a free consultation, call the law office of Heather A. Long at 302-466-5664 or visit injuryde.com. The law office of Heather A. Long, equipped to represent you in Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. 8 minutes remaining. Sal's 2, Friars 1. Hard shot from the dot from Chase Mitchell. Held on to by Pietro Paolo for another break in the action. Just under 8 minutes to go. Face off to Petey's left. Rom stripped of the puck. Mitchell turned it into a high shot. That was Chase Mitchell in Malvern blue taking aim from the mid slot. His shot wide and high, and the Sal's counterattack is going to be called back at center due to a hand pass with 7:42 remaining. Draw to Pietropaulo's right. He's saved 20 of 21. He's done everything asked of him and more. Seeing eye shot from Peter Narog, same place as last time. But Petey could see that the whole way through. Nobody looming in front of him for the redirect chance, and he just hangs on for the pause. Final 7.5 minutes of the contest upon us. Rom gains the zone for Salesianum. Callahan sailed one through the slot. DeGrand couldn't put it past on the welcome mat. Here's Jacobs, back the other direction. He threw one on net from the corner. Petey got a piece of it for save number 22. Callahan failed to center. DeGrand scrapping for a loose puck. Put one on net under pressure. Sealing off the near post was Ryan Caterino for what was his second save on as many shots faced thus far. Much of the action trained to our left here in the third period as Malvern cut the Salesianum lead in half. It was Paxton Hoyshik with his 5th goal of the season, coming 3:43 into this third period to make it a 2-1 hockey game. And this is going to be called back round about the Salesianum blue line by the whistle of Sean Milligan. The Friars ruled offside. We're back Saturday with Drexel University hockey here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Game time from Class of 1923 Arena, 7:40 p.m. On Sunday, we feature the University of Delaware Men's Division II Blue Hens as they take on St. Joe's. And these Salesian gentlemen will be back with us on Monday in a highly anticipated showdown with the Crusaders of Father Judge. You won't want to miss it. Full broadcast schedule is always available at DelawareHockeyNetwork.com. Buckle up, final 5:45. It's just getting good. Skarbinski leaves the puck behind the net. Davis overpowered for the vulcanized rubber by Paxton Hoyshik, looking for the equalizer, but he heads into a 2-on-3. He took aim from the half wall. Puck was blockered away into the netting by Sammy Pietropaulo. 23 for 24. Petey putting up some gaudy numbers here today. And the faceoff's going to come to his left with 5:31 to go. Once we get a replacement puck, and we're good to go. Right off the Malvern faceoff when James Young took aim from the right point, but his shot ricocheted off the corner glass, and this is shoveled back to center. Mercante pursues, forces the turnover off the failed Cole Ray clear. Net front chance off a broken play. Ends up wide off its mark. Here's Johnson together with Young, but he bobbled the puck at the top of the circle. Kropp pushes it back to center, taking us to the final 5 minutes of the game. Johnson rattles the glass as he gains the Salesianum blue line. Recovering the puck deep in Sal's territory is James Mitchell, and he lets this go, but not out. This was thrown in by Broderick Campbell. Shot was just wide of the top corner left side. Rebound controlled and worked clear by Braden Kropp. He couldn't connect with Gutowski at center. This taken away by Young after Ray forced the turnover. Back into the Salesianum zone. Mitchell is pushed deep. Nearly failed to clear thanks to the forechecking Andrew Stark. Newark trying to set something up more deliberate in neutral ice for the Friars as we come to the final 4:12 of the game. Blake D'Italia to Callahan, who got just enough of the puck at center to negate the icing, but he couldn't chase it down before Ryan Caterino played it out from behind his own goal, but he wasn't able to clear. Lucas Rom tried to dipsy-doodle in past Newark, clogging up the low end of the slot. Here's Rom again. Backhand off the centering pass. Held on to for a pause by Caterino. So it's been eventful these past few minutes, to say the least. There, the centering pass to Lucas Rom. But Ryan Caterino tracking that puck from the far corner all the way to the near side of the slot and coming up with the save when his Friars depended on it the most. DeGrand just held the line. He gave the puck away to Lyden McClay. Advanced to Jacobs. He tried to split the wickets from high in the zone, but topped the puck on the wrist shot attempt. The Sal's clear, namely Melican, patrolling his line. Back to recover is Hannah for the Friars as we enter the final 200 seconds from Gold Arena. Salesianum with a 2-1 lead over Malvern, coming in as underdogs here, but more than holding their own. Albert lost his bucket at center. USA Hockey rules mandate that play stops as the result of a dislodged helmet. This will be a last play face-off that, with play round about the blue line, is going to come inside the Salesianum zone. 3:08 to go. Winding up from the point was William McCullough. Shot held on to by Petey for the pause. Final 3 minutes, a one-hop from McCullough. Held on to by Pietropalo for save number 25. Sammy Pietropalo has been the cornerstone of the Salesianum team through these first 42 minutes. Skarbinski, long shot from the point, was blocked. Davis leads to the entry for Salesianum, but he couldn't find Sean Albert on the drop pass. The counterattack for the Friars. Called back offside with 2:42 to go. Face-off stays right in front of the Salesianum bench. Hoyshik and Love just off on their timing on the entry. Weingartner on with them. False start off the neutral zone draw. Mercante is going to get a new adversary. Logan Love's going to get a new adversary too as Braden Kropp comes in for the draw. Puck is backhanded by DeGrand to center. Rather, that was by Gutowski. That 49 looked like a 48 from our angle. Skarbinski pulls back behind his own goal. Here's Hoyshik. Up the right wall. Angled behind the net by Brennan, threatening the shoulder check, ultimately forcing the turnover. Unable to walk forward was Mercante, slowed up at his own line. 2 minutes and change to go. Harry Winchell swats the puck from inside his line off the far boards. It slows before McCullough can reel it in. 2 minutes to go. William McCullough hassled by Mercante. Leaves the puck back to Campbell. Played up the right wing boards to Weingartner. The Malvern bench is shortened considerably. Minute 45 to go. Weingartner's tied up. Hoyshik trying to help him out. Unable to clear was Cameron Willis for Salesianum. The sails back off the stick of Melican. Puck is tied up again, and the backhand of Cam Willis works it back to neutral ice. 90 seconds to go. Melican again. Doesn't have the vertical space to work with. And a delayed offside off that batted puck off a Malvern glove. Gives Salesianum a little bit of an opportunity to set up a more deliberate breakout and get a little bit more breathing room as this game winds its way to the final minute and couple ticks. We've entered the final minute. Caterino standing pat. Broderick Campbell pushed back to his own line. Gives way to Willis. Throwing the puck deep in the Malvern zone. Down to the final 40 seconds. Friars in desperation mode. Final 30. Caterino's going to make a break for the bench. And the extra attacker is on. The empty net shot from Davis was wide. Pursuing the puck was Willis. Winchell drawn back into the neutral zone. Puck tied up at center. We come to the final 10 seconds. Young swarmed as he gains the left wall. Shot from the far corner. Off the love stick was blocked. Puck is tied up as we come to the final seconds. And Salesianum have won. Today's final score, Salesianum 2, Malvern Prep Friars 1. Final shots on goal. Malvern Prep 26, Salesianum 16. Fans, it's time for the 3 stars of the game, brought to you by Sid's Barbecue and Jerky. Today's 3rd star with an assist for Salesianum, number 43, Sean Alberts. The number 2 star with a goal for Salesianum, number 18, Connor Davis. And the number 1 star of the game with 25 saves, number 1, Sammy Pietropaulo. So that, friends, will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network. As Salesianum prevail in this APAC Inter-County varsity exhibition game. Solid net minding from Sammy Pietropaulo, stopping 25 of 26 shots. And the Sal's taking advantage when the opportunities were ripe. Connor Davis potting his 16th of the year. And Braden Kropp with the insurance goal that turned out to be the game winner for Salesianum, as the Sal's post a 2-1 win over Malvern. For Eli Swope, for Tim Dominic, James Witherite, good night to you all.